In this eye-opening story, we dive into a shocking encounter that shook a small town. A disabled black girl, full of courage, faces a humiliating confrontation with a cop whose actions reveal deep-seated prejudice. What starts as a routine situation quickly escalates into a display of power and disrespect. But this isn't just any girl. Her father is a senator, a man who refuses to let injustice go unanswered. As tensions rise, the senator steps in, determined to hold the officer accountable and demand justice for his daughter. This tale of resilience and the fight against discrimination will keep you on the edge of your seat, revealing how one family's courage can challenge a broken system. Stay tuned to see how this powerful story unfolds. The story begins on a quiet afternoon when the girl, just trying to get home, is stopped by the officer. With every word and gesture, the cop's disdain becomes more apparent. He questions her, not about her intentions, but about her very existence in the neighborhood. As the girl tries to explain, his tone sharpens, his words cut deeper, and the humiliation grows unbearable. She's scared, but she stands her ground, knowing she's done nothing wrong. Meanwhile, her father, the senator, is at work when he receives a frantic call. His heart sinks as he listens to his daughter's trembling voice, describing the degrading ordeal. This isn't just a random incident, it's a reflection of a larger, more insidious issue. The senator's mind races, knowing he must act quickly, not just for his daughter, but for every person who has faced similar injustices. The tension builds as he prepares to confront the officer and the system that allowed this to happen. As the senator rushes home, he's already planning his next move. He knows this isn't just about his daughter. This is about fighting a system that's failed too many times before. Meanwhile, the officer, oblivious to the storm brewing, continues his day as though nothing happened. But whispers start to spread around town. Neighbors who saw the incident begin to talk, sharing their own experiences of discrimination. The community starts to rally, feeling both anger and hope that someone with power is finally speaking up. At home, the senator embraces his daughter, listening carefully as she recounts every painful detail. His resolve hardens. He reaches out to allies, other leaders who've been waiting for a chance to address the injustices so many have endured. Behind closed doors, plans are made to bring the officer's actions into the public eye. The tension is palpable, as everyone knows this is just the beginning of a much bigger battle. The senator's plan is set into motion. He calls a press conference, standing alongside community leaders and civil rights advocates. The air is thick with anticipation as cameras flash and reporters fire questions. The senator speaks with a calm yet fiery determination, detailing the officer's actions and calling for accountability. He doesn't just stop at the incident. He shines a light on the broader issues of systemic racism and the abuse of power. As the story gains traction, social media erupts. The video of the incident, captured by a bystander, goes viral. The world watches, horrified by the blatant discrimination, but inspired by the senator's unwavering stance. The officer, now under intense scrutiny, faces mounting pressure from both the public and his own department. Protests begin to form outside the police station, demanding justice and change. The tension reaches a boiling point as everyone waits to see how the department will respond. Will justice be served, or will the system protect its own once again? Just when it seems like the tide is turning, a new revelation comes to light. An anonymous whistleblower within the police department steps forward, revealing that this isn't the first time the officer has been accused of misconduct. Internal reports, quietly filed away, detail similar incidents where complaints were dismissed or covered up. This bombshell adds fuel to the fire, painting a picture of a system that not only allowed such behavior, but actively protected it. The senator, armed with this new information, doubles down on his efforts. He calls for a full investigation into the department's practices, demanding that those complicit in the cover-ups be held accountable. The stakes have never been higher. The community, once cautiously hopeful, now stands in full support, their voices growing louder with each passing day. The officer, facing mounting evidence and public outcry, begins to feel the walls closing in. The question now looms: will this be the moment that finally brings change, or will the system find a way to shield itself once more? The investigation moves swiftly, fueled by the public's demand for transparency. Evidence mounts, and the officer is placed on administrative leave. The community holds its breath as the case reaches a pivotal moment. The senator, relentless in his pursuit of justice, testifies in a packed courtroom, his words resonating with the pain and hope of those who have suffered in silence for too long. The verdict finally comes. The officer is found guilty of misconduct and abuse of power. Cheers erupt outside the courthouse, a wave of relief and triumph sweeping through the crowd. But just as it seems justice has been served, an unexpected twist unfolds. The police chief, under pressure, resigns, but in his final statement, he exposes a network of corruption within the department that goes even deeper than anyone suspected. This revelation shocks the community, shifting the focus from a single officer to a much larger battle against institutional corruption. The fight isn't over, but for now, it's a victory, and a powerful reminder that the truth will always find its way to the light. In the aftermath of the trial, the community feels a shift. The courage of one girl and the determination of her father have sparked a movement that won't be easily silenced. As reforms begin to take shape, a sense of hope returns to the town. The senator, though proud of the progress made, knows the road ahead is still long. He continues to work tirelessly, pushing for broader changes that will protect others from facing the same injustices. The girl, once humiliated and afraid, now stands as a symbol of strength and resilience. Her story, shared across the nation, inspires countless others to speak out against discrimination and fight for their rights. The town, once divided, begins to heal, united in the belief that change is possible when people come together. This isn't just an ending, it's a new beginning, a reminder that justice, though hard-won, is always worth the fight.